Greetings, ladies and gents. Asmongold is at it again. Love him or hate him, you cannot deny when it comes to baiting people and causing drama, there are very few better at it in the WoW community.
He's a monster.
So let's see what everyone is up in arms about this time, shall we? Scripes, the raid leader of Echo, often puts out a tweet relating to different aspects of WoW. They get a few replies, few retweets, and mostly they're just kind of food for thought. But a couple of days ago, he tweeted this. I think, somehow, a lot of people don't see the connection between split runs and raid difficulty / nerfs. No splits means less gear on top guilds. These bosses are tuned weaker. Worse guilds can clear bosses easier as the content nerfs itself weekly with more gear. There's nothing really wrong with that statement. It kind of papers over a lot of other issues and gives zero kind of responsibility or culpability, whatever you want to call it, for the current state of the way World First raiding is with the very top guilds. It's kind of like saying, look, we're getting fat because we're eating all the cake. And you, Blizzard, should stop us eating all this cake. Yeah? It's your fault the cake's here. But kind of at some point, you have to acknowledge no one is forcing you to eat the cake. The top guilds want the edge the split runs gives them. They want that little bit of extra power. And they would find some way to do it. Because they want to win the race for World First. And not for glory or fame within the community that it once was. No. They want it now because it comes with contracts. It comes with sponsors. It comes with money. And Noah recently did a tweet talking about buying pants for like $40. And instead he said, hey, it's fine, I can turn the pants I've got inside and out. Instead, I'm going to spend $300 per dress and buy my other half one in every single colour. 100% I understand it's a joke, and I get what he's going for. And he's right. Get the love of your life, everything they deserve it, they come first. But here's the thing, you're talking about money like $300 isn't a lot of money to people. As if $40 on pants is nothing. Right now, people are struggling to afford fuel. Interest rates are going up. With the US on the verge of recession, people have families and homes that they have to look after. And realistically, all they want from any game is some escapism from a couple of hours. And I'm getting distracted, and I apologise. But this does come into play later. But back to Asmongold Scripes' tweet. Asmongold replies to this tweet, and I quote, I don't see why this is even a factor that dictates game design at all. Absolutely insane to me that content is being tuned and designed around less than 1,000 people. Huge waste of time and resources.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the old top players ruining the game for everyone else. It's an argument as old as time, and every tier we have this conversation because once again we are in the middle of a content drought. And this is a drought that, in my opinion, this is going to dwarf everything we've gone through before between now and 10.0. Yeah, sure we have Wrath of the Lich King coming out, but that's like saying, hey guys, look, there's other games you can play other than retail WoW. Gee thanks, Blizz, I hadn't noticed. Why don't I just unsub until Dragonflight pops up then?
Not a great plan.
Yeah, can kind of bite you in the butt a little bit, Blizz. The truth is, if Blizz had dropped a new talent tree or some new information regarding Dragonflight, this series of tweets would have been forgotten in a blink of an eye. But WoW's content creators are starving. We are like starved zombies at the moment, and any whiff of drama, debate, something interesting, we're going to be all over it. But for me, it's not the tweets themselves, it's not the conversation, it's how it was devoured by the community as a whole. Because from this conversation sprung a series of topics. Raiders versus M+ crew. Raiders against Raiders. Mythic Raiders against everyone else. There were tweets talking about how it's entirely the fault of Twitch virgins that WoW is in the state it is. And then of course, we have the greatest battle, which is always hardcore versus casual players. On a side note here, it would help if somebody could just post up the rules. Post up exactly what hardcore and casual players means, because everybody has a different interpretation, and it means this conversation is very hard to have. But everybody jumped on it. We had like Nagera, Max from Liquid, you had Auto Don't Choke Me Jack, J-Dot, Towley, a host of others got involved in this. And it got really heated, it got tribal. You had You had people screaming about how the top had ruined it and the bottom had ruined it, and if we had to accommodate casual players, the top would be so much better, and vice versa. It was just madness. I'm not here to debate who was right or wrong. I think Twitter is not the best place to have a conversation that requires a lot of moving parts. It's not as simple as a handful of characters can make it out to be. The top 1,000 players in WoW, of course, should be considered. Just as the lowest 1,000 players should be as well. Hell, those players that don't even own Shadowlands but still play WoW. Blizzard needs to be asking them, hey, why are you playing but not playing the current expansion? Is it financial? Do you prefer to be away from the mad rat race that is the curve? The problem is, over the years, the broad spectrum that was once the WoW content community has, well, simply died. There are still a handful of content creators out there that don't spam M+, top DPS lists, how to play X class, or raid guides. But they are very few now, and certainly don't get the views that they once got. It used to be someone would come up with, I don't know, something fun, a music video, just their own take on something, or hell, even just them getting a rare mount. And we would watch it and cheer because it was one of us, we could relate to it. Over the years, that's gone, and granted, partly it's down to Blizz pushing esports, pushing that competitive scene. But it is now the only thing that matters. Competitive is all in WoW. All we care about is what's your Mythic Plus score? What level do you raid at? What's your item level? And granted, with regards to that last one, that's always been a factor. It's always been the way that most players have gauged how they're doing, is by their item level. I'm looking at you, gear score. That's always been a thing, as I say. But it was balanced by the lighter side of WoW. People doing silly, crazy things. But as I say, now it's balls to the wall, 24/7, hardcore, do or die, gear. The truth is, that's not enough. WoW was never designed to have that pure focus in mind. When Season 4 comes out, that will be the most telling season we've ever had. Will the raiders be interested in raiding the same raids over and over, even if there are some new twists and some new ways to gear up, which are really good? Will mixing up the dungeons in M+ be enough to keep M+ interesting if we have the same affixes, if the same classes are still prevalent? Will PvP still be alive and kicking if, talking about balance, we have another season where balance isn't sorted? The questions Scripes and Asmongold ask are interesting on their own. But the forest fire they created shows how devoid of content we are currently in WoW. And that's a dangerous thing for Blizzard. Dragonflight, I think, will be great. I think it will be that true evolution in Warcraft's life that it needs. But the fact we are 6 to 9 months away from its launch, with still no alpha or beta or anything in sight, is worrying. Sure, Blizzard could do themselves a favour and start spreading some information. Give the community some positive things to talk about. But this is where we go full circle. It's like saying, again, I'm eating too much cake. So, it's Blizzard's responsibility. They should give us good things to talk about. We, the community, have to take some responsibility. We hold up these top 1,000 players as if they're gods. We watch them, we pour money at them, and then we wonder why their voice is the loudest and the one that Blizzard hears the most. We gave them that platform. In truth, the cutting edge of WoW should be such a small part of WoW. They should be listened to, of course. But there is so much more in World of Warcraft to love, enjoy, and explore. We need to start focusing on that again. We need to focus on becoming, through that, a community again. One that embraces when someone does something that they're proud of, no matter what that is. It shouldn't matter whether their achievement is they get 4,000 Raider IO, or they just simply manage to kill a rare that's been wiping them over and over again out in the world. I'm not a hippie. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying we should all go around doing /hug for everyone in Azeroth. Me alone, I'm still pure for the Horde. I want to be out there killing Alliance and doing all that good stuff. But I do think a community that focuses on all the players and every aspect of it can only be good for the game. But that's enough from me. Rant over. I apologise for that one. Stay safe, everyone. I will catch you all in the next video. Laters.